Ladies and gentlemen, it's no secret to anybody that Pokimane enjoys playing Valorant, but why has she begun cutting back her time on Riot's premier shooter? And more importantly, what does her decision mean for the current state of the broader esports landscape? Now look, Pokimane is actually really good at Valorant. Like, really good. Her grind up to Immortal rank is well documented. Despite accusations of being carried to the top 0.7% of all players, she's routinely pulled off plays that even leave former Overwatch pro XQC blown away.
Nice.
Here comes this party!
One enemy remaining.
What the
Let's
Holy
go!
actually cranked out?
Thanks, X!
What's her motivation? How did she get so good? Why Valorant? Pokimane opened up about her addiction to Valorant, her words, not mine, to disguised toast on episode 3 of the OfflineTV podcast.
For starters, I really like the game. So that's step one. You know, I've had numerous addictions in my past. League of Legends, Fortnite. Now we're in Valorant. And when I really care about something, especially when I care about streaming something, I want to be like as good as I feel I can reasonably be. And especially this being my first FPS, I enjoyed just grinding my ass off in that game. I enjoyed every game that I played, I mean, for the most part. And I think it was seeing the progress that really felt good, especially progress in something that you are initially so clueless in.
Yet despite how gung-ho she's been about the Riot shooter in the past, fans of Pokimane have noticed that she's begun streaming the game less and less. Pokimane took to Twitter on November 14th, saying that, "I love Valorant so much, but I frequently feel like my life would be better off playing it less. Opening myself up to 4 other people's toxicity and sexism every single game is simply exhausting." And this leads us to the ever-present ugly blemish on the esports landscape: toxicity, particularly sexism and mistreatment of female competitors. This is, unfortunately, nothing new, but it never stops being disappointing when you hear about it. Now, Pokimane being in the public eye as she is means that there's no shortage of haters looking to tear her down. We've seen numerous times how she deals with those types, and she's been shown to be very quick on her feet when it comes to putting them in their place. Pokimane has been very vocal about being kind to other players in the past, especially female gamers who still face pushback from their male counterparts in this space. This particular tweet even garnered a response from Joe Ziegler, the director of Valorant, who agreed with Pokimane's take, and that was back in 2020. Even as women continue to make headway in the industry, with all-female teams like Cloud9 White making waves in their competitive circle of choice, sexism is still an ongoing issue, especially at the upper ranks of online play, which remain exceptionally male-dominated. The sexism and discrimination she still has to deal with is one of the reasons why Pokimane co-founded her RTS talent agency, which aims to navigate the Wild West that is content creation in esports. She's even said herself that, "I've gone through the ringer with these experiences, and we're building RTS to be able to provide the support, alleviate the workload, and solve this for creators, developers, and brands. My goal is to take my years of experience and make it accessible to newer creators, so they don't need to go through the process I have endured." Streamers and content creators are a vital part of the ecosystem when it comes to keeping a game alive and well, like it or not. If Pokimane cuts back on Valorant, that's going to reflect poorly on the game. Other people will stop playing either because they won't be able to run into their favorite streamer, or they're just turned away by the rumors of toxicity that drove said streamer away. Now, the sad part here is that according to a study conducted by the Anti-Defamation League, online harassment experienced by adult video gamers is at an all-time high, and it has increased for the 3rd year straight. As of September 2021, approximately 83% of adults have been harassed while playing online video games. And the greatest increase contributing to that number comes from adult respondents who identified as women, Black or African American, and Asian American. While the number of LGBTQ players reporting harassment has held steady, the number is still concerning. There is good news though. 59% of adult gamers believe that laws need to be created to increase transparency around how game companies address hate, harassment, and extremism. Far-reaching voices like Pokimane's may very well be invaluable in enacting such change. For their part, the ADL partnered with the Fair Play Alliance to release the Disruption and Harms in Online Gaming Framework, which could provide a valuable blueprint for video game companies to combat this problem. They have also encouraged civil rights and education groups to expand the scope of their studies to include the effects of online video gaming on vulnerable communities. As for what us little guys can do ourselves, the ADL says that consumer demand may be the best lever to move games companies to better address hate and harassment. Avoid purchasing games where high percentages of players report they quit or had to play more carefully. Pokimane seems like she's considering doing just that, and if the end result is a truly welcoming space for everybody in gaming, that's even better. So until next time, be safe and be good to each other.